So I'll be honest, when I got called into the boss's office and they said, we have a chance, we might get Mark Johnson to come on the team. These are the moments.
Oh, I love it. I love it. You know what? I've loved this gal since I knew her. I used to watch you as a kid. No, I can't say that.
No, I can say that, though.
I know you can. This is the part where Betsy and I get to use the years of combined experience that we have, and we get to dissect the weather that's coming our way to the best of our abilities, because there's still some uncertainty
and it's going to be changing, but you know, we're really looking ahead because this does impact a lot of people, especially because there's the holiday. Thursday and Friday, the 2 days we are really keeping a close eye on. We do have lake effect snow. All the conditions are there to get some lake effect snow bands going, and of course extra travel time in the primary snow belt.
You ran out of red ink, didn't you?
It's like I'm an English teacher.
There you go.
Again. You want to talk us through the winter storm watch?
Yeah, we got winter storm watches now. We had original winter storm watches this morning for Lake Geauga and Ashtabula counties, and as those computer models started coming in, we started seeing that squall kind of reaching in to eastern Cuyahoga County, so the Weather Service saw it too, and they added Cuyahoga County to our winter storm watch. Remember, a watch, we don't know yet. We're waiting and seeing. Conditions are getting there, but not quite there yet.
And I think it's important to note, too, that up over Mark's head, you see that bright blue. That is a winter storm warning that's already been issued for I-90 in Pennsylvania and into New York. So if you have plans to take you on 90 out to Buffalo, be ready. All of this is happening because of this storm system. So
look at that thing.
This storm system wrapping up over the Twin Cities, going to continue to move to the east. All the rain that we had today is out of here. Now it's causing problems on the East Coast.
Yeah, sprinkles here, and it's wet roads tonight. If you're traveling tonight, it's mild. Wet roads everywhere you go. We're going to keep the drizzle, maybe a little bit of fog going through the night. So if you're packing the kids up, tonight, wet roads. No snow yet.
No, but here is the cold front. And that cold front is coming through here tomorrow morning. Once it moves through, we unlock a lot of cold air that is sitting up in central and western Canada. Watch how that blue is, I mean, this thing is cooking, and it's a punch of cold air that's coming in.
It is quick. It's going to hit you in the face because you're going to get up tomorrow morning. It's going to be probably 51 or 52. It's 7 a.m. in the morning. You're going to go, what's Betsy and Mark talking about? Bammo. Front comes by. Are we going to track this?
We are actually going to track this.
Okay, here we go. Watch this.
So there's the storm system right now, and watch how this kind of continues to move. We've got all this cold air. This is really what we're watching, is this wind that's behind it. Remember, cold air is heavy and dense. There's a lot of momentum that this is going to bring in. So that's going to aid in a lot of this wind that's going to be coming in. We stop the clock at 9 a.m.
9 a.m. The front is moving through the eastern counties at 9 a.m. You got a few showers along it. The green is 50+ degrees. Behind that, 40s, 30s, 20s, and that's coming our way.
And look at that wind direction, west-southwest wind. This is going to mean a long axis lake band. That's going to hit into Buffalo, Erie, PA, and keep that initial lake snow north of us. But things begin to change after that.
Winds are going to begin to come around during the afternoon and evening hours to the west. And you can see where the squall is. It begins to move into Ashtabula County, Lake County. What is that, 10 p.m.?
10 p.m. Wednesday. So this is still not the main show because notice the direction the wind is coming off of Lake Michigan. We'll have a thing called priming taking place. We get lake effect snow off of Lake Michigan. The moisture out of Lake Michigan is going to hop over southern Michigan and line up with Lake Erie. And watch what happens as that connection is made. We start to rev up a band that's going to go right along the lake shore. This is 6 a.m. Thursday. Rough travel.
Yeah, I-90 Route 2 all the way up through Erie, all the way up to Buffalo. If you got friends coming in, even if you don't live in the snow belt, chances are good you know somebody coming our way on that I-90 corridor. Then take a look at the squall. It's oriented west to east generally. This is Thursday at noon. Now we're starting to pile up some snow in Geauga, eastern Cuyahoga. This computer model, Betsy, brings some closer to downtown.
Which, you know, western suburbs, southern suburbs, you all have to pay attention to that. By 4 p.m., this is the most impressive thing to me. We've got this west-northwest wind now, clean shot from Lake Michigan all the way through a good fetch over Lake Erie. So we're probably going to be seeing some pretty intense snowfall at this point. And the sun is going down. So now we're cooling the atmosphere. The fluff factor goes up.
Right.
We've got a lot of things that are pointing to some pretty intense snowfall for Thursday evening.
The only thing to stop the Lake Michigan moisture is a couple of Michigan fans, and we know how weak they are.
Okay,
They're going to fall right over. Fall right over. But take a look. We're going to bring the squall inland more as we head through Thursday night into Friday.
Things are really going to start to open up into the primary. Now the secondary snow belt is also getting activated with, again, some pretty intense snow where bands persist.
Boom, boom, boom. Might be multiple bands in a couple of spots.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is midnight, early Friday morning, and now we're starting to get, I think, some dry air intrusion.
Yeah.
Something is interrupting all of this.
Shutting it down a little bit.
And hopefully we'll continue to see improving conditions on Friday. So really,
what about totals?
We're honing in on this. All right, well, let's talk about the intensity first, because this is the red here. This is when it's probably going to be the least safe to be driving through it. If you're not going anywhere Thanksgiving Day, you don't have to worry about any of this.
You're cooking. So eastern suburbs and the primary snow belts, Lake Geauga and Ashtabula counties as we head through Thursday afternoon. But then as we get that wind shift around to the north and west, we begin to shift that into the secondary snow belt.
All right, we're going to talk about this closer now. We're going to take it into our counties. This is 7 p.m. Wednesday. Remember, we have that west-southwest wind. We're going to get that band going out over the lakeshore. And then by Thursday morning, we get more of a westerly wind, and that's going to drive that lake snow into the heart of the snow belt.
That's 7 a.m. and that's Thursday morning at 7 a.m. So already some snowfall for Lake and Geauga, Ashtabula counties as you're putting the turkey in the oven.
Now we're going to open up that secondary snow belt. This is that Lake Michigan connection, that priming taking place. So we get wind and snow coming in on the west end of the lake and feeding into Cuyahoga and
That's northern Lorain County. We'll watch. We'll watch.
We'll probably get a little dusting out that way for sure. And I think this will continue then as we get into the afternoon. This is 4 p.m. again, nighttime cooling, good connections. We got some heavy snow coming down on that I-90 corridor.
Now we're going to shift those winds around again. Let's bring it on in. This would be, there you go. Now you're pushing that squall further inland, now into northern Summit, northern Portage, northern Trumbull counties getting in on some of that snowfall total.
Right, and so now we go to midnight and things are starting to wind down a little bit. And then, of course, we already showed you what happens through Friday. Let's talk totals, because I know this is what everybody wants.
This is early guesstimates, and we reserve the right to change our minds, right?
Change our mind on numbers and location.
Yeah.
But for now, it looks like most of the area will be snow-free. Maybe a dusting, but that's not going to impact anybody.
This is by Friday morning, 7 a.m.
Right? But here we go into the primary and secondary snowbelt locations.
Yeah, 6+ inches for portions of Lake County. Here's Geauga County and other traditional higher ground snowbelt areas, even Ashtabula County, 6+ inches. Could you be shoveling 8? Yeah, absolutely. 10. And then carrying into that I-271 corridor, we're going to include that in some of our heavier totals as well.
And I don't know if you can see this on the camera here, but there's a very thin blue sliver right along the lakeshore, because as you know, the 48-degree water temperature off of Cleveland is going to help to heat the air a little bit. So we'll probably have lesser snow amounts right on the lakeshore. But once you get in and up, things start to change.
I hope that made sense. You're going to be seeing Betsy and I a lot this winter with these kinds of weather analysis going on, so stay tuned. There's no other place to turn.